Does it show we're live just yet? Does it show we're live? Does it show we're live? Does it show we're
Don't
live?
ask me, bro. I can't even see what's
Bro,
in the left or right hand.
Bro, I'm asleep right now. All Jey Uso edition.
It
Booker
says
T edition.
it's sending data. Oh, we're live.
We're live in the building.
We're live. Let me see.
All right, boys. I got a lot to get off my chest right now. First of all, y'all created some beef. All right. Kenny.
We did.
Kenny, that was Let me stop.
Yo, Brian, you driving the ship or what we doing here?
What are we doing, bro?
I'm fixing a few things, my boy. Hold on,
Was
man.
there even a show? Was there even
Fixing
a
a
show
few things.
I don't even know there was a show tonight. With AEW Collision? Yeah, it's Saturday night. Collision. Let's talk about it.
Hold on, man. Let me tweet this out or something, bro. I got to do some promo real quick, man.
Oh,
Gotta do some promo. Bouncing on the pogo.
Let me share on my tab real quick.
KTR, baby. You know, we got a new logo. Lord of the Rings.
Yo, what's good? What's good, Leon? What's good, Kadir? What's good, Mike? What's the word, fellas?
Wait, what do you mean? We live?
We live,
we
bro.
Actually live, bro.
We live.
We live.
We in the building?
Yeah, we in the building, bro.
We live.
Is mic on?
Come on, man. Hold on. Let me go on ahead tweet this out real quick. Yo, we could get straight to the business. 1 second.
Oh, big business. We going to Boston? Let's go.
Nah, brother. I'm not wasting my time.
The mean streets of Boston.
We hate people.
We hate people.
Said Brian up to something.
Yo, what's good? What's good, fellas? What's good, Jonathan?
What's happening in the chatting? What's up, everybody? I'm still trying to get everything set up here on my end as well, Brian.
What a night one.
We got some people in the
building.
What
a night one.
Big shouts out to everybody in the chat. Mike Feezy, y'all know Kissthering has been kind of MIA for a while. I got kids walking in the room and everything.
Okay. Hey, here, Kenny, I got this. I got this. Here. Welcome back to Kiss the Ring. Before we get into any of this, drop your comments, your concerns about WrestleMania Night 1 in the chat. We want to hear from you. Also, be sure to smash that thumbs up like it's your anyway. But smash that thumbs up regardless, people.
But we got to give a shout out to everybody in the chat right now while Brian's still going there with head.
I can't read the
big
chat.
Shouts out to Mike Feezy, Yeet Mania. That is true. We had a title change tonight, which we'll definitely talk about that. Kadir Finley, big shouts out to Kadir. Why Paul Y? Interesting topic there. Again, we will get to Leon the King TV in the building. Mike Feezy back in the building. Leon the King TV, Mr. Jonathan, Reality Era, and David Rosca. What's up, David? Jay Barnacle's in the building as well. What's up to Jay Barnacles? Y'all, we got a lot to talk about right now. Brian, did you already get the tweet pushed out?
Oh, yeah, we good. Tweet us up.
Go ahead and do our intros and stuff, y'all. We're going to run this card real quick. I'm going to go ahead and get you retweeted.
Yes, sir.
Let's get it.
All right, man. So, if y'all don't know, my boy Real Take Wrestling, man, he was a part of us. He no longer with us. We had beef. We got that cleared up. You feel what I'm saying? But yeah, but we good now. You know what I'm saying? But all right, man. All right, bro. Pay-per-view, right? As WWE likes to do, they like to put up a lot of BS sometimes and then finish it off with a little touch of something because the ending is what most people remember. And that's how I feel about tonight, man. So, guys, before we go on ahead and get into it, can I get y'all ratings? General consensus rating 1 through 10 on first night of WrestleMania 41.
I mean,
Big Om, let's start with you, the Big Om.
3.5 out of
3.5.
3.5 out of 10. I'll be honest. Like
3.5 is crazy.
I'm sorry. Like this, Brian, you were okay. Look, full disclosure, we were watching WrestleMania together, right? And we were on the same page up until that main event. Like this is one of the worst WrestleManias in modern memory. The main event, I will say, it was WWE Bullocks, but it was good. That being said, the rest of the card was pretty weak overall. Triple H's booking was pretty bad. The pacing of the show was god awful. 3.5 out of 10.
Well, Brian, you know what? I think that's kind of harsh by Big Om. I can definitely understand what he's saying. Like everything did kind of heat up at the main event, but I think everything before that was kind of just smooth sailing. Nothing really exciting, but nothing really offensive either. I would say the show was a 6 out of 10. It wasn't bad. I'd say it wasn't really exciting as a WrestleMania should be, but 6 out of 10, I think, is where I would sit with it.
I'll add one caveat, and then Brian, obviously, we want to hear from you. If this was a regular PLE, solid 6, 7 out of 10. It's WrestleMania, man. We got to be better than this. Come on.
Fair.
Brian, what you got, Mr. WWE representative?
I'm gonna go with the 6.5 out of 10. 6.5 out of 10. You feel what I'm saying? 6.5.
Okay,
out of 10.
You know what? I feel like a half is kind of like a security blanket. If we don't do halves, would you put it at a 6 or would you put it at a 7?
Bro had to have the highest rating.
Oh, my boy going to yeet mania on us. Would you go 6 or 7 if you had to pick one?
I would go, if I had to go between 6 or 7, I would probably go 6, bro, to keep it a complete stack, because the PLE,
I agree with you.
The PLE was mid. You feel what I'm saying?
All right.
The results, I was happy with most of the results in the show. Had no issue with that. What I had an issue with was the substance before we got there. It's like, where's the context to that result? You know what I'm saying? That's how I felt personally.
I feel you. Well, let's go ahead and run down the card to see why you guys gave it this rating. So we started out the night with Jey Uso's entrance. Now, when he came out, I will say, they tried with the people with the flags, but he just came out of the crowd like he usually does. And it seems like the people weren't really yeeting as they yeet on Raw. It didn't give me that same feeling, And I felt like he kind of had the boo-boo face, like he wasn't excited to be in there. So I thought he was going to lose. Damn. But as we saw, Jey Uso pulled out that W. What did y'all think about this match overall? Let's go ahead and start with the biggest ohm.
I had very low expectations for this match, and it actually underwhelmed. That was crazy. I mean, look, all of the jokes and all that stuff aside, I was at least expecting them to tell a good story, not a one that makes sense. Because this is something you hear a lot. It's like, oh, but the story made sense. I'm like, a story can make sense and be trash. And as we found out in match 1 of WrestleMania tonight, that is true. A story can make sense, but also be trash. And that's exactly what this match was. It wasn't great. You are building up to Gunther getting choked out, right, by Jey Uso. And at no point did it feel like Jey was doing it because Gunther rightfully choked out his brother in front of him. At no point did it feel like Jey was doing it because he had this vengeance bubbling inside of him. He had all this fury and this anger and all this resentment. No. It was just yeet oos. Like that, and then Gunther taps out. This was Triple H sending a message to Gunther, I think. Like, I'm not even gonna cap. I think this is a little bit of Triple H being like, hey man, you were talking about you want to wrestle CM Punk, you want to wrestle Triple H? Or all that stuff. Like, you know what? Bet. We gonna wrestle, bro. We gonna wrestle. Well, you gonna have plenty of time to wrestle CM Punk without this belt.
Well, to be fair, biggest ohm, I think the yeet is what brought him to the table. So, he's got to be in there yeeting. But I think the problem with this match was the story they told. Maybe Gunther wasn't happy he had to lose the strap, but the way the match played out, I think, just didn't make the most sense to me. Because pretty much the story they were telling was Jey Uso can't beat Gunther. And we got to this moment with Gunther being a monster, but Jey Uso just really went in there and beat him. I think Gunther should have beat him down throughout the whole match, and Jey Uso should have just pulled it out at the end. Whoa. Go ahead. Just anticlimactic to me, and I can't believe Gunther tapped. I feel like he didn't earn that. So it was just crazy.
It's the tap for me, bro. It's the tap. It's the tap for me, man. And he tapped 5 seconds into the submission. It wasn't like a struggle, and then it was like, all right, I give up. It was just, all right, bro, I'm in this hold. I'm tapping. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at the result. I'm not mad at the result because I really did want Jey to win. I just didn't really feel nothing when he won. That was the whole point of this build. I felt feelingless when he won. It was like, all right, Jey Uso, he finally got it done. They gave me no emotion, no build throughout this match. And I think that was part of the issue. I don't care about the result. It's about, all right, how are you going to make me feel while I'm in there? And I'm watching this. That's just what it is. Pause on that. You know what I'm saying? But but you know what I mean though, bro. That's all I'm saying. And I think that you and I made this point between us earlier. You look at Daniel Bryan, you look at Cody Rhodes, and I'm not saying Jey Uso is any of those guys, but the matches and the way that they built up those matches in the actual match, you were invested, bro. I did not feel invested tonight. I'll be honest, man. So I'm happy for Jey, but it don't really move the needle for me, in terms of I'm emotions and the way I feel after the match.
Okay, let's use the ring system. Out of 5 rings, my bad, Big Om. I want to know what y'all rated the match. So go ahead, get that off, Big Om, and let me know what rating you would give the match.
Oh, I mean, out of 5, I'll give it 2.5 big rings. Mwah, mwah. Yeah.
Oh, okay,
you're cooked.
All right. Did you have anything else you wanted to add to that?
No, I was just gonna say real quick. I mean, I do think this is like part, and we might get into this later on in the pay-per-view. I do think this is like part of the problem with like the modern way that WWE main roster chooses to book, which is just like they kind of like it's fan service, right? It's like the result that everyone wants. It's like, you know, whatever the champion everyone wants, but then they just give it to you instead of making it feel like the story was worth it the whole time, right? I think the fallout of Cody's title reign kind of felt the same. Like, even Brian, I feel like we had discussions about like half of Cody's title reign just being like, what are we doing here, right? Like, I think it's a little bit of that. Like, it's just, yeah, sure, we got Jey to win, but it's like he doesn't feel like a champion. Like, is Jey Uso right now better off than he was yesterday? I don't know if I can say like a full yes to that. No,
I would
man,
say he is.
I don't think the match personally did anything for him.
That's what I'm
like,
saying.
In terms of performance, I'm not disagreeing.
You got to see where he goes from here, of course. But I mean, it's definitely going to boost him up to another level. But I would give the match 2 out of 5 rings.
I agree with you. I'm in the middle, bro. I feel like it was 2.5. Like, I think a common thing, and we'll get into that later on throughout the pay-per-view. Was good, Tech. Was good job, by the way. We're not trying to ignore you, just trying to get our points off. I think one thing that I do want to point out that was common is the amount of finisher spams in a lot of these matches. Like, it's a lot of these things to kind of get the crowd boosted and then bring them back down with
WrestleMania,
calming them down. And I get it.
That's what they've always done at Mania.
Yeah, but I don't know, bro. I feel like you don't got to spam it every match. Like, it felt like Jey Uso and Gunther, that's all they were doing for a hot minute throughout their match, just spears and power bombs, and it's like,
Brian, it's not about the wrestling though; it's about the spectacle.
I mean, yes,
speaking of spectacle, in the next match we had the New Day versus the Viking Raiders, and this is why I say spectacle, because did y'all see the Viking Raiders entrance attire? What was going on there? But I mean, this is a match that I felt like was kind of thrown together, but we did get new tag team champions out of it. New Day walked away with the belts. How did y'all feel about this match? Anything stuck with y'all? I think it was just a nothing match. I would give it 2.2.
This might have been the worst. This to me is the worst match of the night.
It's just one I didn't care about. I don't think it was.
The finish was like very odd, like it just happened. I don't know, bro.
Like, what?
Yeah, I just feel like this was probably the worst match of the night to me. Like, I would have much preferred you put the Profits, DIY, and the Motor City Machine Guns in a TLC match in that spot. That would have got the crowd more amped. Like, that was a killer to me, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so,
we really didn't have any specialty matches tonight, did we?
No, and we're not going to get any tomorrow neither.
Wow. Okay, they're just going straight up with Mania this year. Big Om, anything you want to add about this match?
You could have had Bayley versus Roxanne in this spot. That's about all I got to say.
You want to have some of the tag team championships on the show, though.
Bro, what you mean, bro? Like, I don't care. Like, if you're going to... I would rather have matches that have heat, that have energy, that have, like, some sort of story behind them instead of just throwing together crap, all right?
You want to put your belts on the wrestlers you can get that heat and stuff with. This is what
I don't care about, Kenny. If the match isn't worthy of being on WrestleMania, don't put it on Mania. This could have been on SmackDown, bro. We could have had a real story on, like... Instead of here, they took Bayley out of that women's tag team match for no reason. Lyra Valkyria could have been defending her intercontinental belt. What are we doing here? -5.
You know what that was, though, right? They were in the pre-show. They kept saying that the New Day have never won a WrestleMania match.
Oh, really?
Oh, I'm done.
So they just had to get that under their belt.
That's the only reason why they did it.
I'm sick of the New Day making a WrestleMania moment. WWE.
I mean, listen, we complain because they don't put any black men on the cards, but when they put a black man on the card and have them win,
the Profits are black men, though. The Profits are black men, though.
No, but I'm saying, like, people are like Big Om said, they should have put Bayley them in here instead of New Day. So I mean, you got to pick your poison, Big Om. Which one do you want to see?
No, put the Profits on here. Put the Profits on here. Like,
Profits are cooked, man.
Hell, bro.
I mean, at least New Day have some legacy behind them.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
It's time for them to break up.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Put the NXT main eventers on WrestleMania. and we're good, bro. Like I'm good. Like
I ain't gonna lie, that main event was fire.
That
They
main
should
event
put the
was
NXT main event like on Mania. I think that'll actually be a good idea, but hey, I guess they got to earn their spot. But the next match we had, was it the girls? Did the girls come up next?
No,
girls,
that was Jacob Fatu LA Knight.
No. I think it was girls.
Jade
next.
and Naomi. Jade and Naomi.
Jade and Naomi. Now, honestly, before we got the main event, this was actually my match of the night. I think the girls went in there. Now, of course, you know, we saw some botches, but you would expect to see some botches. But I think they went in there and they did put on a good match. You know, they had the story, they had the build, they had everything behind them. I wanted Naomi to take the win, but you know what? Jade Cargill, she is this one that they're actually building up right now. So not offended by the result here either. Jade Cargill pulled out some new moves. I was impressed to see her performance tonight. Looks like she got frustrated in there a little bit, recovered, and she showed that she actually belongs where she is. So I'm going to give this match 3 out of 5. Brian, what did you think about it?
I thought the match was good. It definitely got the crowd. It definitely got the show back on track for me.
Yeah,
while I was watching it. Yeah, the crowd. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Whoever's at WrestleMania, bro, you just rich. You don't care about WWE. You just got money. Cause I ain't gonna lie, that shit ass. I ain't gonna lie. But anyway though. Back to normal scheduled programming. I'm gonna go with Kenny on that. 3 out of 5. I think that was one of the best matches of the night.
Biggest on.
I agree. 3 out of 5. Very solid match. I think Naomi proved here like all of the entire build to this match was worth it because she got to prove exactly why you could argue that she belongs in the women's world championship picture. Like to me, right? Even though Jade won, I'm more excited to potentially see a Tiffany Stratton versus Naomi after this. I'm more excited to see Naomi versus Io or Rhea, whoever wins that match tomorrow night. Like I think Naomi is not having a career resurgence because it's not like she was on the downturn anyway. But I think like she's evolved into a new gear in her career after this feud.
Agree.
She carried it. Shout out to her. Again, like was the match like a major like WrestleMania like classic? No, but it didn't need to be. Like I'll give it a 3.5 out of 5. Good match, very solid. Did what it needed to do and uplifted both stars. Jade needed the win here too because he's barely been on TV over the past year. So shout out to him.
Yeah, and that's important because, even though we're saying that it wasn't the best match, I think that story that they did leading into this match actually boosted it because we were watching for a reason. We wanted to see who came out on top. So big shouts out to those ladies. Now, the next one we had, this was Mr. Robot LA Knight versus Jacob Fatu. We got a champion. Now, Jacob Fatu was kind of like the background player for the Bloodline, background player for Solo Sikoa, but now I think they saw something in him when he was in that position, and they believe in him. So I think this is just step number 1. Brian, you've been a big Jacob Fatu guy since day one. How did you feel about the match, and how do you feel about his big win?
I felt very good, bro. Like I've been trying to tell you, Kenny. I don't know if you're on a boat just yet, my boy, but there's still space for you, my dog. There's still space for you, my dog. We soon running out that space though, but. Jacob Fatu, man, I'm so excited for him. You know what I'm saying? Because it's been like I remember having this conversation with Omer multiple times. We're like, yo, just let the dude go. Like, just let him go. Let him fight. And it's finally about time that he got his singles match at Mania. They're letting him cut promos on the way to the ring, which he's doing a fantastic job. I'm ecstatic about Jacob Fatu getting his title change, bro. So I'm probably gonna go with a 3 or 4 out of 5 for that one. Honestly, I'll probably go with. I'll stick with a 3 out of 5. I don't think it was that much better than Jade and Naomi personally. It was a good match though.
I'm gonna stick it at a 2 out of 5. Big on. Yeah. What do you think?
First of all, I want to say if there's a boat and Brian's on it, I'm driving the damn boat because I'm the one who put him on the Jacob Fatu. But that aside, the right person won. Jacob Fatu needs to be a champion in WWE. I would argue that he probably should be in the world championship picture now.
Ooh, but not yet. Come on,
no, I think so.
Come on, now.
Look, that's a conversation for another day. All right,
another conversation for another day.
Look, I'm too tired to have that conversation. All right, Triple H got me to have the sunglasses on some Jey Uso edition, but in all seriousness, all that being said, right person won, right result. It's great to see Jacob Fatu as a champion. As a fan, I'm happy to see that match was dog poop. Absolute booty cheeks bad. Wow. 1.5 out of 5 rings. horrible.
Damn.
I agree. It wasn't a crazy.
It wasn't
match
all
like I
that.
was
It wasn't all
expecting
that.
to be.
It was a bad match. It was a bad match. I'm sorry.
I did like Jade and Naomi better. That's why I put it at 2 out of 5. But I mean, I did like the result, and I like to see them actually believe in somebody. But do y'all think Jacob Fatu leapfrog Solo Sikoa, and is Solo Sikoa done?
Nah, Solo Sikoa is cooked. Like
leapfrogs, bro. What's there to leapfrog?
Solo was the new tribal chief, and now we got Jacob Fatu with a title.
Solo is fried chicken, my boy. It's over. Like, it's done. It's over.
Bro, an ant with a 2mm vertical could leapfrog Solo Sikoa right now. Come on,
my boy is fried cheese, bro. It's over. Solo, my boy. Might as well hang up the boots and the shorts, my boy. It's a wrap.
Well, big shouts out to you, Mr. Solo. But the next one we had, was it the girls? Was it Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte Flair?
Hold up, you forgetting the Hall of Fame recap.
That's what we don't care about. But we're gonna go ahead.
No, hold on. You skipping a match. And Grande Americano.
Oh my goodness. How could I forget? How could I forget? El Grande Americano. I don't know how they pulled this man from the Gulf of America, but he is very impressive. This, like, you know what? I'm gonna give this match. I want to go 3.5. 3.5 because I felt like it didn't have enough time to get to that next level. But El Grande Americano was in there doing his thing. That it wasn't a double backflip. It was like 1.5 he hit on him.
Yeah.
Nasty. Entrance was on point. The promo, his mouth wasn't moving to the words, but I mean, I could understand what he's saying. So big shouts out to that man. I want to see them shoot him to the moon. Again, I don't know who he is, but he is very impressive.
Let me just say this, man. My dream match, El Grande Americano versus Chad Gable. When those two get in the ring, it's going to be great.
Come on, man.
But
that's going to be crazy.
All that being said, boys, we were talking about it. When it was announced Rey Mysterio was going to be taken out of that match, I was telling y'all, oh, it's Rey Fenix's time. It's time to put him in this match. Shout out to Dragon Lee. You made the wrong decision. That is what it is. But I was expecting, I wasn't even expecting a Rey Fenix win, right? That, like, you know, like he probably should have won, but that's neither here nor there. But my guys. My guys. At least do like a showing of what like Rey Fenix can do. And they did not do that. And you can say that, oh, well, they didn't have enough time to put together. You're telling me Rey Fenix and El Grande Americano, who, you know, reminds me a lot of Chad Gable, if I'm being honest. Like I'm just saying, like, he's got that same aura, aesthetic, you know. I think there's very similar wrestlers in that respect. But you're telling me those two guys couldn't go and figure it out and put on a showcase match at WrestleMania? These two could wrestle in their sleep and put on a great match. It was woefully underwhelming. Like, honestly, compared to the level that I expected, and maybe it was just me. I wasn't expecting a balls to the wall stuff like you get on the indies or in AEW. You're never going to get that in WWE because WWE is all about aura farming. It's not about actually doing good wrestling. But I was just expecting a little bit more of that second gear, not even that third gear. We didn't get that. We didn't get no showcase. There was one fantastic move where I believe it was the 450 that El Grande Americano did, which was insane. Shout out to him. That being said, it left me wanting more. And at a show where you didn't really have any matches that cooked, I think you could have used one. You could have used one banger, and we didn't get that. 1.5 out of 5.
Whew. I mean, we've seen Rey Fenix go in AEW. We know he can go, and you're right. They didn't give him any time to like showcase his stuff here. I think he could have really got the crowd off of their feet, but didn't give him a chance. Do you think this is kind of a telling of what we'll see from Rey Fenix in WWE? Because again, he just debuted already on WrestleMania, lost the match. We see where they're putting El Grande Americano. We see where they're putting Rey Fenix. Brian, how do you think he's going to perform in WWE, and what did you think about this matchup?
I thought this match was all right. You feel what I'm saying? Very forgettable. I don't really remember half this shit, to be honest. But again, bro, I think the backflip was fire. I mean, bro, I don't know what it is, bro. Right? WrestleMania is like 5 hours long, bro. Like, you gotta give these wrestlers time, bro. Like, I don't care about all these goddamn ads. I don't care about these promos reminding me about what I just seen a week ago. Like, bro, you got to give these wrestlers more time. And that was a match that needed more time. Now, I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt because that match was supposed to be Rey Mysterio versus Chad Gable. They probably had to produce something on the fly.
Chad Gable was never getting on WrestleMania.
I keep forgetting, bro. But El Grande Americano versus Rey Mysterio.
Okay.
So I'm going to give them, you know what I'm saying, benefit of the doubt. You had to whip some stuff up on the fly, and that was it.
Boys, how long do you think this match was? I have the real time pulled up. How
It
long?
was probably
I feel
about.
like it was about 6 to 7 minutes.
I think it was like 8 minutes.
It was 7 minutes 55.
Fair.
And I just want to note this, right? Jey Uso versus Gunther was 16:30. You had the women's world championship match, which was 19:05, and then the main event, which clocked in at like 33 minutes. So,
do these include entrances?
No, this is like
okay,
bell to bell.
and ring action.
Also, let me just say, New Day versus Ivar and Eric, 9:15. You're telling
you could
me
have cut that, I think, and put some of that time on the other matches. Yeah, it is what it is. But speaking of the women's championship match, I believe that's the one we had up next.
Yep.
So Charlotte versus Tiffany Stratton. Now, this one felt like it had some real heat behind it. I felt like sometime in the ring, Charlotte was kind of pushing her like in the face. And Big Om was like, nah, it's just them working. But I don't know, man. Tiffany Stratton, her teeth was messed up by the time the match was over. So somewhere she got caught. Now, when it comes to performances in this match, I want to hear what you guys thought first. Big Om, what did you think about this?
I thought it was a very solid match. Again, if we're talking about like the WrestleMania like vibe, I still don't think it lived up to it. And that's like honestly, that's a big problem with like a lot of this show. Like even the main event, which like I think most people are gonna like say is pretty good, and I agree was pretty good. For most of it, it didn't feel like a WrestleMania main event. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's something about the show. Maybe it's like the build leading up to it, which I think we all agree was bad. Maybe it was the distractions throughout the week from WWE. Maybe it was the crowd not being, or maybe it's a combination of all three. I don't know. It just feels like this show did not, to me, give off the vibe that I am watching WrestleMania. It felt like I was watching like SummerSlam. It felt like I was watching like a random ass Money in the Bank show. It did not feel like
Great Balls of Fire.
You joke, but like, yeah, it felt like a B level PLE.
No, I agree.
And and all that being said, right, I think Charlotte and Tiffany probably had technically the most sound match of the night. I thought Charlotte in some of these spots looked amazing, very crisp as she normally does. Tiffany Stratton looked a lot better than I think, she usually does. But that being said, there wasn't anything special in this match. And it felt like the beginning of the match kind of dragged. And then they hit that first gear, hit that second gear, but never got to that third gear that you need to have a great match. And the match ended. Tiffany Stratton, shout out to her, lost a tooth. But again, I'll give it like 3.5. Good match.
It was fine. You know what? I think they went in there and did what they needed to do. Again, hate to see what happened to Tiffany Stratton's teeth because she has the whole Barbie gimmick. Hopefully they can get her looking, all pretty and sparkly again. But what was going on, speaking of sparkly, with them coming in with pretty much the same gear? I mean, Charlotte is a veteran, so you think they would kind of speak to each other about this? What are you wearing? Here's what I'm wearing. But they came in there pretty much looking like a tag team. What do you think, Brian?
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Bump all that. The issue I got is why Charlotte coming out second, like she bigger than the WWE Women's Champion. That's my problem. I'm so over Charlotte.
We didn't see that for the rest of the night.
Dog, we've never seen. I can't remember the last time I seen that, bro. Let's keep it a bean, bro. I can't remember the last time I saw that. I'm genuinely so tired of Charlotte, bro, and I am so glad that she lost. I hope that she's already on her way to Hollywood or do something different because I got no space for Charlotte here, man. I ain't gonna lie. I already spoke to Paul. I hit him up. It is what it is, my boy. You know what I'm saying? We had to make that call. And shit cooked.
All right, so Shannon's saying that she just spoke and her tooth isn't broken. Now, we got pictures. That tooth was messed up, so I don't know if she has like a cap that came off or what, but in the pictures I saw, we saw it when it was live because we were trying to catch it when we were watching it, and then on a picture on X, something was going on there, so I don't know. But while these matches didn't necessarily feel like WrestleMania, when we got to the main event, it did feel like a WrestleMania match. We had a big entrance for Seth Rollins. Roman Reigns just came out like, I'm Roman Reigns. I don't need that extra stuff. I'm here. CM Punk got his big entrance. And I think this match was definitely match of the night. If this didn't cook, then it would have been Naomi and Jade. But I'm going to give this one 4 out of 5 stars. You know what? No, I'm not going to give it 5. I'm going to give it 4 out of 5. I think the performance was beautiful. I think at the end when they played everything out with Paul Heyman, it was beautiful. And most of all, I'm glad CM Punk did not win. Even though he didn't take the pin, that would have made it perfect, but at least he didn't win. Brian, what did you think about the match and the presentation? Because I think that really matters as well.
All right, man. You know what I'm saying? We're going to give this match a 4.5 out of 5. You feel what I'm saying? This match right here. This match right here, dog. This match had me on the edge of my seat the whole time. Paul Heyman went in there, low blowing, loved it. He dug it in for Roman, like my boy was cooking.
Yeah,
like yeah.
He gripped that thing.
When you kiss that,
a little
bit. Anyway, though, bro, listen, bro. My boy Seth Rollins, I called this in like 2 months ago, bro. I called this like 2 months ago, man. This is it right here. You know what I'm saying? I was super excited about this match simply because there was a little bit of stuff in there with the favors and everything. You know what I mean? I wish that there was something else added at the top.
The favors, Paul Heyman was up in there, right?
I wish that there was something else added. You know what I'm saying? But these were 3 guys who genuinely hate each other in kayfabe, and it worked out. It worked out.
Rollins said he doesn't like him in real life.
I'm talking about the Roman situation, but man, I personally, bro, I got no complaints about this match. It delivered. It finally felt like a WrestleMania in the main event, and that's what it was supposed to do. It did its job. If that match saved the PLE for me, I ain't gonna lie.
Was this better than the night 1 main event last year?
Hell nah, Kenny. We was there. We was live in the flesh.
Right. Hey,
hell nah.
Biggest home. What did you think?
I got so many thoughts about this. First of all,
let's go. Give it to us.
Shout out to Taco Kid in the chat. My boy Taco Kid. The pride of Seattle, Washington. All right. Y'all saw me during this match. If there was one thing that got me up out of my seat for this show, it was seeing Living Color play CM Punk song. It was hearing that promo where "This Fire Burns" was playing. This was the only thing on this card that legitimately got me like up out of my seat, ready to go, fired up into it. And then the bell rung. And by God, boys, this was a fine WWE Roman storytelling spectacle. I'm not going to call it a match. I'm not going to call it a match because if I call it a match, then we're going to have to grade it like a match. So I refuse to grade this like a wrestling match. It's not a wrestling match. This was spectacle. This was a segment. And it was a fine segment. It was a very good segment, in fact.
A 30-minute segment is crazy, Big On.
What is a segment? It's a segment.
It was a match. I mean, it was a match, Big On. There was storytelling in the match as well.
You want me to grade it as a match? You want me to grade it as a match or a segment?
What would you grade it as a match?
As a match, I give it a 2.5.
Oh, you're crazy.
2.5 out of 5.
Hey, we all like different things. What would you grade it as a spectacle?
As a spectacle, out of 5, I'll give it 3.75, 4. I'll give it a 4, sure.
But that's what WWE does. Like if you're grading it on an AEW scale of like the match level and match quality, WWE matches are just not going to touch that. But WWE doesn't try to touch that. They're trying to tell stories in their matches. So this is what they do. This is really what a 5-star match would look like.
I'm talking about making like the story. Like there was plenty of story there. I'm talking about making it like logically make sense. Like this just to me was them spamming the finisher button in 2K. This was Roman. This was Roman hitting that taunt button. Like it was. I mean, like maybe it's just not my cup of tea. That's fine, bro. That's fine. I'll admit that it's not my cup of tea. To me, this is like it drags. It's boring. It got me.
Boring. I don't know, man. We were engaged,
bro. If it wasn't for that moment at the end, right,
bro? We was engaged the whole match. Don't even cap. I saw you.
I was cutting this match up the whole match. What you mean? I was like, oh, Roman said, no, I ain't taking out the American announce table. I'm taking out the Spanish one because we all know why. Anyway, but like in all seriousness, right? Like, I'll get to like my actual point about this. Even this match, when it was over, right, it didn't to me feel like this was a WrestleMania main event. And that's my problem with the entire show. Oh, like brother. This was still like if this was on a B-level pay-per-view, I would feel very different about it. This is the biggest show WWE will put on the entire year, allegedly. This is what the entire year is building towards. And this, to me, felt like one of those whack WrestleManias that Vince used to book that was just,
well, easy on Vince now. He ain't here to defend himself.
Bro. Like, WrestleMania 34. WrestleMania 34. You know what? That's probably a good example, right? WrestleMania 34, 33, 32. A string of historically pretty bad WrestleManias. 33 is probably better of the three, but overall pretty bad WrestleManias that were just sold on the spectacle of them. And when you got to the show, you were like, damn, well, I didn't waste my time, but it wasn't WrestleMania. That's what this felt like to me. Hopefully I can save it tomorrow night. And again, I will say 4 out of 5 for the spectacle of it all. But as a match, it just not my cup of tea.
I thought the match was really good, really engaging. I love the way, we just saw Seth Rollins hit Roman Reigns in the back with the chair again. And then we see Seth Rollins in the ring trying to team up with Roman Reigns. And just when they're about to do it, Roman's like, no, I can't trust you. We're not doing that again. Puts both of the guys to the table, tries to finish Seth Rollins. CM Punk gets back in the ring, and then all hell breaks loose. I think when it comes to storytelling in a match like this, nobody does it better than WWE. Again, AEW does their wrestling in-ring just like balls to the wall matches. Nobody can do it like them. But what they did in this main event was great. And you know what? If I'm looking at it and grading it on a WWE scale, this was a 5 because it gave me that great wrestling feel. Like watching it, I'm like, this is why I like to watch wrestling. So I'm actually going to give it a 5.
Hey, Big On. Appreciate you, my dog. That brother is smoking over there. You smoking on that good. You smoking on that good over there.
What you mean, bro? I've been
smoking on that good over there.
Snipping on highlighters. I don't got none Walt's money.
Boring is crazy, bro. Boring is crazy.
Boring is wild. Big On went crazy there.
Say boring.
You did say it was boring.
I did say it was boring. Well, look, you know what wasn't boring? When Paul Heyman was getting up in there on Roman Reigns, that was
ripping that thing, and squeezing it a little bit.
He watches the show. It's evident. All right. Yeah. Look, Paul Heyman confirmed.
But ladies and gentlemen, that's night 1 of WrestleMania. Any call-outs we got in the chat, Brian? I see some people were rating the show 6s, 7s, so it looks like we were kind of on point. A lot of people showing love to NXT. I know you watched it earlier today, Brian. Me and Big On didn't get a chance to see it yet.
Kenny, where your sunglasses at, bro? The chat is
I got to get some, man. Now I got to get some to go in.
All right, man. Kenny, are the rumors true that you are going to be Randy's opponent tomorrow?
We got to wait and see. We got to wait and see. Just make sure y'all watch.
I was just going to ask a question about that. Before we get out of here, do you guys have one guess on Randy Orton's open challenge?
I hope it's not somebody boring. I'm hoping that it's Rusev Bodria, Rusev Machka.
You have Rusev go over on Randy?
I would have Rusev go over on Randy.
That's what's not happening.
Randy Orton doesn't need it. He can take a win from Rusev. The way lead us into SummerSlam with that feud.
The way Randy would look at Triple H if he's like,
bro, Randy Orton doesn't care. I feel like Randy Orton does not care.
Is crying. They're telling me to get on a plane that's flying. Like, he would have been out of there, bro.
I don't feel like Randy Orton's ever been a guy who said, I'm not eating the pin. Have we ever heard any stories about that?
Nah, but he ain't eating a pin on Rusev. I'm telling
you.
Bro,
my thing is, I don't think you should bring anybody back that, like, honestly, bro, I don't think you should bring anybody back that's gonna eat the pin.
I think
Karrion Kross. I know Karrion Kross has like a crazy. He's got a crazy underground fan base.
You want to talk about eating a pin? That mother lover will eat a pin.
Okay, so who else? Who do you say, Brian?
Bro, I mean, I don't know, bro.
I know there's been some rumors flying around. What's the rumors?
I mean, just don't have Carmelo Hayes come in and take a pin.
Oh, bro. Brian would. I think Brian's rating of WrestleMania will actually go to a 0 if that happens.
Come on, do they got too many? How many black men do they have on WrestleMania night tomorrow?
I don't know.
Hey, man, said we already got too many on night 1. Scratch Carmelo off the list.
Yeah. Hey, bro.
No, they said Malachi Black's coming back tomorrow night, didn't they?
No, he's
Friday
night.
Next Friday.
Next Friday.
Oh, okay. So they're putting him on SmackDown. So, Brian, who's your pick? Who do you think? Tongaloa.
Taco Kid said Tongaloa. You want to talk about eating a pin? That mother love it.
I'm gonna go on ahead and say, I personally think it should be. I wouldn't mind an NXT talent.
Yo, you want
to bury him just like they did Sami Zayn? They like buried him when he first came to the roster.
I mean, but Sami Zayn's doing well for himself.
And he broke his arm and messed himself up. So,
but
he's never been a WWE champion. So
I'm mad Jey Uso. I'm honestly gonna say this. I'm mad Jey Uso's a champion before Sami Zayn is. That's
what
crazy.
Is Chad? How about Chad Gable, y'all?
Hey,
Chad Gable, like actual Chad Gable.
Yeah.
It would be a great match.
I mean, he's well rested.
Yeah, he hasn't been on the card, so I mean, it'll be a good match for him.
Honestly, bro, I don't really care. I just want to see if it's gonna be a return or not. If I had to put somebody in there for shock value, I'd put Rusev in there. But you gotta have Randy eat the pin on that.
No, he's not gonna eat the pin against anybody. I think unless it's like a insane name.
I think he probably would have ate the pin against Kevin Owens. Fair.
Yeah, but that's a story. That's different. I think Randy's willing to do business like that. There's just no business to be done with a one-night win for Rusev at WrestleMania if there's not going to be a prolonged feud after that. No, there's not going to. They ain't going to shoot nobody to the moon. What you mean? The Jey Uso, they gotta figure out how to make Jey Uso work till SummerSlam. But I think it's going to be Solo though. I do believe. I think it's going to be Solo Sikoa.
I'm not gonna lie, that would piss me off. But you know what,
Sheamus?
bro? How about Nick Aldis, bro? How about Nick Aldis as an F it?
I think it'd be too. No, I don't think you want to do that. I think you want to save Nick Aldis for Cody Rhodes.
Nah, bro. No, Nick Aldis Undertaker. That's
got to be a story to it.
That's the match that's gonna happen. Nick Aldis versus the Undertaker.
El de Vikingo. How about that?
Hey man,
that's what we don't care about.
Brian, I will come down. I will come down to Florida, bro. I will come down to Florida and whoop that ass if you keep talking about.
Shout out WWE buying AAA. That's a crazy move.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm extremely happy about that because we're just one step closer to colonizing wrestling.
It's okay. WWE is gonna buy up everybody, and then AEW is gonna come buy WWE. It's gonna be crazy, man. It's gonna be crazy. But I mean, one more, y'all. Bayley got taken out. Unfortunately, they snatched her out of her WrestleMania spot. Out of everybody you could have took out of the match, you took out Bayley, who was one of the best women's wrestlers in the world. We saw Mercedes Moné tweet that phone and that money bag at her. So, I mean, when time comes around, Bayley's definitely going to be getting up out of there, as she should. I don't know why she signed this.
You know, Triple H is going to give her the quick push right before the bag. You know what I'm saying? Try to convince him. Just like how they did Chad Gable. They pushed him.
And then they shot him in the head.
What push did my boy Chad Gable get before he signed that deal? Boy?
What you mean, bro? He was in there. He was in a hot.
He was up.
Nah, bro, you tweaking. He was in a hot storyline with the Alpha.
He ain't get no pity championship run either. Like, come on.
He was in a hot storyline against the Alpha Academy.
All right, but fellas, who takes Bayley's spot? Who takes Bayley's spot?
Roxanne.
100%. It's gonna be Becky. It is going to be
CM Punk politicked and got Roxanne in her spot.
Nah, I'm just trolling. Nah, it's gonna be Becky, bro.
She's gonna come out with
honestly,
yellow,
bro. And honestly, I think it's so stupid the fact that they're doing Bayley like this, bro.
For real, Bayley's been in there grinding. Becky Lynch has been home chilling.
Also,
Becky Lynch gets
to talk about how weird it is, bro. Like, so you're gonna have Lyra walk around with 2 belts?
Bro, it's incredibly stupid. Here's what should have been the play. You had 2 different plays. Lyra defends her Intercontinental title at WrestleMania. Then you have Bayley with another tag team, and then you kind of run that same angle. Now you got Bayley and Becky Lynch, which is a crazy super team with a women's division teaming up. That's the play number 1. Play number 2, if you really wanted Lyra 2 belts, fine, go for it. But make Bayley and Roxanne go at it like that was the original plan. And that would have been awesome for Roxanne to finally build a star, bro. Like, again, that is how you build stars. Like, Bayley is a notable name in the division. You bring Roxanne in, who, by the way, broke the Royal Rumble record already. You bring her into WrestleMania, have her beat Bayley, and that's it. You got a solidified star in Roxanne who you can strap the title on whenever. You got, like, bro, you cooking out, bro. I'm gonna be honest, bro. This is one of those manias, bro, that you look back and again, we still got another night too, but you look back like 4 months ago before everything started to unravel, and you look at the card and it was like, holy crap, like, bro, this card is perfect if it goes down like this. And we have such a diverse, different looking card that they want to be different so bad. And it's just like, dog, I just can't get around it personally. Like, bro, it was perfect. It was there. I just don't know, man. I can't get around this whole thing with Bayley. I genuinely do feel bad for her because, like, why? Like, I just don't get it, bro. You got 8 hours of fight time in total. Why do you have talent like this missing?
You want to know the answer? We have exclusive audio from Triple H's press conference.
Well, first of all, look,
Right. We run a global company.
Look, it's a global brand. Exactly. This guy gets it. This guy gets it. It's a global brand. And look, all this chatter online from accounts like Kissthering and Just Brian, this is what we don't care about. All right.
Nah.
We just broke the record all-time WrestleMania gate. You guys gave us billions upon billions of dollars, and we give you crap, and you eat it. And that is what this is about. No one does that better than what we do here. And I just want to say, I had the greatest Hall of Fame speech of all time. And nobody was falling asleep. Nobody would. Yo,
bro. Big Om, they're calling you a AEW representative.
Let them call me whatever the hell.
He said,
bro.
guys, Omar is a self-identified sicko, so I'm not surprised he graded the main event 2.5.
Well, who said this?
Why is Chelsea Green missing? Well, Chelsea Green, that young lady, she just got counted out when she wasn't supposed to, so they probably canceled Christmas on her after that.
Hey, Michelle, guess who's not getting his chats read out on stream no more?
But fellas, we will be back tomorrow for more WrestleMania talk. I mean, if we had to put a whole a package wrap on it, I'm gonna rate night 1 a 5 out of 10. I don't think it was bad, but I do think it was very underwhelming. Didn't feel like WrestleMania, and if we did not have that main event, I think that score would have been much lower than that. Brian, if you had to rate the full show, what would you give it?
I would give it about a 5.5 out of 10.
After having a discussion with y'all, I'll go up to a full, I'll go up to a 4 out of 10. All right. 40%. We're going to have to try harder next time. But luckily, there will be a next time, and it'll be tomorrow night. Boys, we got 7 matches tomorrow. Before we go, from you guys, I want to hear, what match are you most looking forward to tomorrow night?
John Cena versus Cody Rhodes for me, because I'm ready for the crash out. I think Stone Cold Steve Austin is definitely going to be there. That match is going to be a lot of shenanigans because Travis Scott is in the building as well. I think we will definitely see The Rock. This is not going to be John Cena versus Cody Rhodes, the end. I think we might get even more shenanigans than we saw tonight. So that's going to be exciting. If I had to think of another one I'm excited to see, I probably couldn't do it. Brian, what do you got?
I'm going to go with John Cena, Cody Rhodes, because as you guys know, I am a big Cody Rhodes fan. Y'all can't really see all the belt and all that. But listen, bro, I'm excited for him to lose the belt tomorrow so he has another chance to become another time world champion on top of his first time world championship. So I'm gonna go with John Cena, Cody Rhodes tomorrow, bro. There's gonna be a lot of stuff. I can't wait to see the final boss, Stone Cold, Steve Austin, Travis Scott, all that, bro. It's gonna be a good effing main event tomorrow, man. I'm excited.
Give me a hell yeah.
Give me a hell yeah. And
yo,
what
Brian,
other matches? Oh, and that triple threat match is tomorrow. I'm excited for that too. The triple threat women's match. Bianca, Rhea. And
yeah, that's another one. Ooh, Bianca's got to win that one, man.
Brian, hold
keep
up.
Keep the streak alive, Triple H. Keep the streak alive.
You said you're a big Cody fan, but is that a John Cena hat I see in the background?
What you talking about?
Just saying. And a spinner belt. And a spinner belt. That's interesting.
Big Om, what you most excited to see? And let us know in the chat right now while Big Om's letting us know what y'all are excited to see. We're gonna read some of them.
Oh, I mean, it's Io Sky versus Rhea Ripley versus Bianca Belair.
That's your number one.
I got one. There's one chance. You got Triple H has one chance left to cook tomorrow, and it's with that match. If that match doesn't cook, we got bigger problems. All right, then this WrestleMania is gonna go down to a 0 out of 10. Worst WrestleMania of all time.
Triple threats are usually tough, man. They pulled it off tonight, but triple threats are tough.
Other than that, though, I will say that Fatal 4-Way is probably gonna bang too. For the Intercontinental title, Braun versus Penta versus who else is on that? Finn and Dominic. I think that's gonna be like that multi-man banger match. That's just like, oh my god, action! Ha ha! WWE dude wipes, like like all that, all that stuff. But yeah, hopefully night 2 looks to be better than night 1 on paper. Hopefully it's like that in execution.
All right. Well, we'll see. Thank y'all for coming through to Kiss the Ring. We will be back. Well, will we be back tomorrow night after the show to talk about it?
Yeah, I'll be here tonight.
Whatever. We will be back here tomorrow night to talk about what happens then and John Cena walking out as your new WWE champion. Thank y'all for tuning in again. Don't forget to drop a like on this video. Smash that subscribe button if you have not already. And make sure you don't forget to grip that thing. Squeeze it a little bit. Don't let it go yet. Like, if you're letting it go, you're doing too much. Just keep squeezing it. And look at it while you're squeezing it. Drop a like on the video, but don't let it go. Smash that subscribe button and then kiss the ring.